The flavored creamer you pour into your coffee each morning stops the fat-burning process. That innocent splash of sweetness tells your body to store energy instead of releasing it. But what if you could flip that switch and burn fat all day long instead? Here is what nobody talks about when it comes to your own daily caffeine ritual. Caffeine does actually mobilize stored fat, but insulin acts as the body's primary emergency brake. When insulin rises, your body locks the fat away and refuses to burn it for fuel. So adding sugar to your brew is like stepping on the gas and brakes simultaneously. You wake up, make your cup, and unknowingly sabotage your metabolism before breakfast. But the solution is not to drink bitter black coffee and suffer in silence forever. Science has given us 6 specific ingredients that transform coffee into a metabolic weapon. These upgrades work with your biology to keep insulin low and fat burning high. Let us start with the one that most people get completely wrong in the store. Ceylon cinnamon is the hidden gem, while cassia cinnamon can actually harm your liver. Most grocery stores sell cassia, which contains high levels of a compound called coumarin. Coumarin in large doses becomes toxic, so you absolutely must choose the true variety. Ceylon cinnamon has a lighter color and a delicate, almost citrusy aroma to it. More importantly, it lubricates your cells so insulin does not have to work hard. One study proved half a teaspoon daily improves glucose control in just 8 weeks. Add it directly to your coffee grounds before brewing for the best extraction possible. Next, we have MCT oil, which is probably the most misunderstood fat in wellness. MCT stands for medium-chain triglycerides, and they bypass your normal digestive system entirely. They travel straight to your liver and convert into ketones for instant cellular fuel. This process creates a second wave of fat-burning pressure that caffeine alone cannot match. The MCT oil also triggers powerful satiety hormones, so you naturally eat less at lunchtime. But you must start with just 1 teaspoon to avoid stomach cramps or loose stools. Build up to a tablespoon slowly over 2 weeks for the best overall metabolic results. Now let us talk about grass-fed butter, which sounds insane but works like magic. Fat is completely insulin neutral, meaning it does not raise your blood sugar at all. Grass-fed butter contains CLA, a beneficial fat that actually improves your body composition. It also provides butyrate, which feeds your gut lining and reduces systemic inflammation. A single teaspoon extends your overnight fast without breaking the fat-burning state. Just do not pour half a stick into your mug because calories still matter significantly. 1 to 2 teaspoons provides all the metabolic benefits without the excess caloric load. The 4th upgrade is cardamom, a spice used in traditional medicine for thousands of years. Modern molecular biology now explains exactly why this ancient ingredient works so well. Cardamom acts as a natural diuretic, helping your body flush out excess water weight. It also fights chronic inflammation, which is the primary driver of visceral belly fat. Visceral fat wraps around your organs and poses the highest risk for disease. Grind 3 pods and add the powder directly to your coffee before the brewing cycle. Middle Eastern cultures have done this for centuries, and now we know the science. Upgrade 5 is collagen peptides, which rarely appears in the fat loss conversation. Collagen preserves lean muscle mass, and muscle tissue burns calories even while resting. As you age past your mid-30s, collagen synthesis drops and muscle loss accelerates. Losing muscle is why you gain weight even when your eating habits remain the same. Hydrolyzed collagen dissolves completely in hot coffee and adds 0 sugar or carbs. You get about 10 grams of protein with no insulin spike and no weird aftertaste. Remember that collagen lacks tryptophan, so it should not be your only protein source. But as a morning addition, it provides satiety and protects your metabolic engine perfectly. Finally, we have raw cacao powder, which is my absolute favorite upgrade on this list. Do not confuse raw cacao with regular cocoa, because the processing methods differ significantly. Regular cocoa is roasted at high heat, which destroys most of the beneficial bioactive compounds. Raw cacao preserves the full spectrum of polyphenols and flavonoids that boost metabolism. It contains theobromine, a cousin to caffeine that gives you a longer, smoother energy curve. This eliminates the afternoon crash that usually follows your morning coffee ritual. Cacao is also incredibly rich in magnesium, and most adults are chronically deficient in it. Magnesium supports over 300 enzymatic reactions, including glucose and insulin signaling. A single teaspoon stirred into your brew creates a mocha flavor without any added sugar. Pair it with cinnamon and MCT oil, and you have an indulgent drink that burns fat. Now we must discuss what you need to stop doing to make these upgrades effective. Flavored creamers are the biggest culprit because they are packed with refined sugar. A typical serving contains 5 grams of sugar, but most people use 4 times that. You could easily consume 40 grams of sugar before 9 in the morning. That sugar spikes your blood glucose and triggers an insulin response immediately. Once insulin is high, lipolysis stops completely for 2 to 4 solid hours. You are not just failing to burn fat, you are actively signaling your body to store it. Artificial sweeteners are not a safe alternative because they harm your gut microbiome. Studies show sucralose and aspartame alter your digestion and impair glucose metabolism over time. If you need sweetness, use a tiny amount of raw honey or pure monk fruit extract. But the best approach is to let the cinnamon and cacao provide the natural complexity. Let us imagine a real person applying these principles to their daily morning routine. Think of a busy professional who has struggled with belly fat for several years. She brews her medium roast and adds Ceylon cinnamon and cardamom to the grounds. After brewing, she blends in grass-fed ghee, MCT oil, collagen, and raw cacao powder. The result is a warm, creamy, spiced mocha that she genuinely looks forward to drinking. Inside her body, the caffeine mobilizes fat while the cinnamon keeps insulin locked down. The MCT oil drives ketone production while the ghee extends her fasting window. Collagen triggers satiety hormones, and cardamom lowers the inflammation around her organs. Raw cacao improves her mitochondrial function, so she burns calories more efficiently overall. She did not change her lunch, but her morning coffee became a powerful fat burner. Within 5 weeks, she lost 7 pounds primarily from her stubborn midsection area. Her afternoon energy crashes vanished because the theobromine provided a steady energy release. This is not magic, but simple biology working exactly as it was designed to function. However, I must give you a few honest caveats before you run to the kitchen. These upgrades amplify your metabolism, but they cannot fix a diet of ultra-processed foods. You still need reasonable nutrition because no coffee concoction can outrun poor eating habits. Individual responses vary, especially for people with type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance. Consult your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your daily routine. The honest truth about fat loss is that it is rarely about one dramatic change. It is the accumulation of small, evidence-based decisions that you make consistently over time. Decisions that work with your physiology rather than constantly fighting against your natural rhythms. Changing your morning coffee is not a minor tweak because you do it every single day. Every morning presents an opportunity to work for your metabolism or against it. These 6 upgrades are how you transform that daily ritual into a secret weapon. Stay with me because this next part is the most important thing you will hear. The compound effect of all 6 ingredients together is far greater than any single one. They create a synergistic cascade that targets fat storage from multiple biological angles simultaneously. Most people get this completely wrong by focusing on only one ingredient at a time. But combining them correctly is what unlocks the true fat-burning potential of coffee. Write this down because you will want to remember the exact ratios for tomorrow morning. 1/4 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom, and 1 teaspoon of MCT. Add 1 teaspoon of ghee, 1 scoop of collagen, and 1 teaspoon of raw cacao. Blend it all together for a creamy texture that tastes better than any sugary latte. You will not feel deprived, and your body will thank you for the metabolic support. The difference between this approach and a standard diet is the sustainability factor. You are not restricting yourself, but rather adding powerful nutrients that enhance your biology. This is the kind of strategy that actually works in real life without feeling miserable. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical about putting butter in your coffee, but remember that the specific fatty acids in grass-fed butter are uniquely beneficial. They do not raise insulin, so your fat-burning state continues throughout the morning hours. This is especially valuable if you practice intermittent fasting or skip breakfast often. Let us circle back to the cinnamon detail because it is genuinely a game changer. Most people buy the cheap cassia variety and never realize they are damaging their liver. Spending a little extra on Ceylon cinnamon is a small price for your long-term health. Check your spice cabinet right now and throw away the cassia if you have it. The same goes for your cocoa powder, because raw cacao is vastly superior to processed cocoa. These small swaps in your pantry make a massive difference in your metabolic health. I want you to really absorb the biology behind caffeine and fat mobilization. Caffeine blocks adenosine receptors, which reduces fatigue and activates your nervous system. That activation signals your fat cells to release stored fatty acids into your bloodstream. But those fatty acids are useless if insulin locks them away before they can be burned. That is why every single upgrade focuses on keeping insulin levels low and stable. It is not about the caffeine alone, but about the environment you create around it. A low insulin environment allows those mobilized fats to actually be oxidized for energy. Studies show caffeine increases fat oxidation by up to 29% in lean individuals. That is a massive advantage that you are currently wasting with the wrong additives. Stop sabotaging your morning cup and start using it as a tool for transformation. You have everything you need to make this change starting tomorrow morning. There is a deeper strategy that combines these upgrades with intermittent fasting techniques. That follow-up video explains growth hormone optimization and is absolutely worth your time. But for now, just focus on mastering these 6 ingredients in your daily brew. Take care of yourself, enjoy your upgraded coffee, and watch your body respond positively.